Some of my friends think that I don't have fun unless I'm a little bit miserable. I think they're probably right. I mean, you know, I'd rather be out here than at home. Of course, I wish I had a successful expedition, but you know what? I still got out. And I'm at the point where I can't go places that I haven't been. It's becoming increasingly hard.
$6.20, a bit later than I expected, but gorgeous. Time to get underway. I'll decide what to do next. Coffee first.
I realized now this morning that I wasn't smart last night. What I should have done is when I came down from the area where I was getting confused, when I came down from there on the other side of this creek, there was an area where I could have camped. But I was in my mind, I wanted to come back to this campsite. It's more familiar and there's more trees and it seemed more comfortable, and there was a river. I wanted to get on this side of the river. But it's only about a kilometer away. What I should have done is camped over there last night, and once I camped and settled down, then I should have walked up without a pack and explored the area and tried to figure out how to get to Castleguard Meadow. So I screwed up. So now I'm not gonna make things worse. I'm not gonna go back and try and screw around with a pack on my back, because that's what's exhausting when you're hiking with a 30-pound pack trying to find a trail. You can't find it. So I'm done. It's unfortunate, but it's the logical thing to do. I'm just gonna head back. I have 2 days worth of food. It's 27 kilometers. I can make it back in 1 day today, but it's gonna be soaking wet because it rained all night. Or I might just break the trip up in two and do 2 days to get out.
I just can't help it. I have to make a fire. I started this with a cardboard empty roll of toilet paper. So even though it rained all night, it's easy to find little tinder and whatever, and just start a fire. Not tinder and kindling. Camp is good. 8:17. All right, early start. Holy shit. We are gonna get wet today. I can tell. Fuck. Yep. It's gonna be a wet day. For the first half anyways. Once I get to the warden's cabin, then she's pretty dry after that. She's river flats. Then you get the stuff like this, you know. I can't remember where I went around. I think I went around here on the way in. Nope.
Slows you down. Holy shit. Nope, not this way. Gotta be patient and careful. Because this shit is wet, and once it's wet, it is slippery. So the trail curves, so I'm guessing I went here. Wow. There's the trail. Well, I must have come this way. The warden came here probably 3-4 years ago. There's no sawdust or anything. Oh, if it was like this all day, I mean the trail. Wow. I always say never step on something if you can go over, and never go over if you can go around. First time I was here, I didn't want to cross this river. So what I did is I went down, or not river, but creek. So I went down thinking I could cross it where it dumps in the main river. And what I ended up doing was building a bridge. And the bridge is still standing a couple of years later. But you'll see, it's not much of a bridge, but beats taking your shoes off. There you go. Noon. That was no fun. So the cabin is just there, but I look at my gear, like my pants, my jacket, everything was soaking wet. So my boots in particular. Anybody that ever says boots can be waterproof, doesn't matter if there's Gore-Tex lining in them. In enough water, 3 hours of walking on a wet trail, you will get wet feet. So all I kept thinking is I gotta hike down past the cabin to this flat spot, because now I follow the old road along the riverbed. The next campsite at Terrace Creek, the one I pass on the way in, is about 12 kilometers. So 3 hours. Get there at 3, no problem, maybe 4. Then I'll decide if I get out tonight. I made the right choice by not trying to go to Castleguard Meadow. This knee, this leg, the back of the leg is killing me. When I go down, it hurts. I just did some pain management here. Just grabbed 3 Advils, and now I'm barefoot just to really dry the feet. I'm gonna boil a pot of water and make a cup of soup, and then I'll ponder. But now psychologically everything's fine. I mean, I was upset, but now I'm okay. And when I woke up this morning and everything was soaking wet, I did not look forward to the first part of this hike. Here on in doesn't bother me. There's one crossing of a log that I'll deal with. And the reason I want to dry the gear is because if you show up in camp and it's raining and you have wet gear, you're in trouble. But if this morning I couldn't dry the gear, but now on the trail I'm taking advantage of not the sun, but the wind to dry the gear, so that when I get in camp, at least I'll have the bottom part of the tent will be dry, the sleeping bag, the thermarest, things like that. So I'm happy right now. I'm comfortable. All right, the thermarest, the jacket, the socks. I got extra socks, so that's fine. The tent. Look at the pants. The pants won't dry. Let's air out the sleeping bag. So every little bit of weight counts. So all this wet gear, there's probably 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds of water in all this wet gear. So when you dry the wet gear, you save weight. And at this point, it's psychological. Doesn't take long to boil 2 cups. Having a cup of soup. Some pepperoni sticks. Man, they're good. And a mini Gouda. These things keep forever. Won't lie, I'm walking slow this afternoon. Soaking feet doesn't help. It always helps when the scenery is pretty. It would help more if the sun was out, but can't complain overall. As far as abandoned roads go, this one's not too bad. I mean, it's been abandoned a long time. It's overgrown, but it's kind of pretty walking along the river flats. It's a little less fun when it's like this. Yeah, gotta cross it again. God is cruel. I just arrived at my destination. Well, I didn't know if I was gonna keep on going, but my feet are sore, like just sore, and I got 12 kilometers left plus a creek crossing. So I'm gonna stay here tonight. The creek crossing is only 300 yards away, so in the morning I just put on my Crocs. When I wake up, go cross the creek, and then head on out. It's 4 hours. I mean, I'll make it a 4-day weekend. It is Canada Day weekend, so I'll set up the tent, and I think I'm gonna have a nap because it's only 3:06. Wow, this is perhaps one of the oldest poplars I've ever seen. I've never seen them get this big. It's huge. Well, I'll have to go look at that tomorrow. It looks like a cabin on the other side of the creek. Actually, it looks more like an outfitter's camp. You know, I've been here, this will be like my 3rd time, and I've never walked here. Just curiously, I've never walked here. I got here early and I'm camped. I've always gone up to go see the canyon at Alexandra, but I should camp here. Wow.
I'm just exploring. You know, I'm 300 yards from my camp. I mean, I took a nap. Sunset's at 10, so it's 6:10. I'm gonna make a fire, stretch it out, go to bed, and then make a quick trip out tomorrow. But I wasn't prepared for this. Check out this view. I should camp here. Check out this view. Watch this. So that's where I was, up in there. Well, the valley just there, that's the bend up the Castleguard River. I'm surprised I walked the whole area. There's a spot over there where people have possibly put up a tent, but I don't see a fire ring anywhere. This is Terrace Creek dumping into Alexandra. Boy, wouldn't you just love canoeing this river? Looks like a cave. A dead tree like this has branches all around. Feed us all. Need a fire all night. I just noticed something. It's not really dead. Look at this. Green from this year, even though it's fallen. Or is that another tree? No, it's the tree it's fallen on. So it's not. No.
puts out the lemonade.
Well, day 3 is in the bag. It stopped raining, had a nice evening, had fun making the bridge, you know, throwing rocks in the water, and then made a fire. Didn't eat much, had almost the same lunch I had today, soup and pepperoni sticks. It's not raining, but it looks like snow clouds over there. Things are mostly dry. I got dry socks on, dry pants, so I'm happy. Alarm is set for 5:35 tomorrow, so I want to get up early and get going. First things first in the morning is I got to cross the creek, so when I get up, I will, after I'm packed, I will just walk over with my Crocs and then cross and then put my boots on the other side. Socks are relatively dry for tomorrow, boots are relatively dry, pants are relatively dry, so stopping was a good idea. And you got to remind yourself once in a while, it's not about a destination, it's just about the journey. So the fun is hiking. I didn't succeed in my destination, but I still had fun. So that's what it's all about, folks. So anyways, night 3, good night, see you early in the morning. Oh, morning of day 4. I can hear the rain outside. Time to get up. I have a headache. I didn't sleep very well. Sometimes it's just the way you lie, or it's a little colder, or something's sore. My leg's sore, so if I lie one way, it hurts. Keeps waking me up. Oh well. Not a lot of sun. Might as well. What I do on a morning like this is I just get up, pack, and get going, and I'll eat granola or something. I mean, I can eat on the trail just as easily as I can eat in camp. There's no real advantage to staying in camp.
It's 6:59, so I just got up quickly and packed the camp because, like I said, the weather doesn't. I'm not gonna wait for everything to dry because it's not gonna happen this morning. And quite frankly, I feel like getting out, so I want to go home. So last night, the camp's only 300 yards from here, so hiked over here in my Crocs, and now I will ford this river, and I know that just on the other side there's an old camp, it looks like, an outfitter's camp. I don't think it's a warden's camp, I think it's an outfitter. There's been historically, a lot of outfitters were allowed to operate out of Jasper and Banff. They're all gone. Some operated before the park. No, that's impossible. Parks were built in 1905 or whatever. So they were legal outfitters, but they've disbanded for whatever reason. Owner died or something like that. So let's go check out that camp after I cross. And like the other day, this is so darn cold right now. This is pure runoff from the glaciers and from the mountains, and I'm not gonna do it twice for your enjoyment, so I'm just gonna do it and you're not gonna see it. Sorry about that, folks.
I think we'll get sun today. Probably the old latrine. Huh.
firewood. Who wouldn't want that kitchen table, eh? Shelves on the wall, kitchen table here, stovepipe. I imagine there was a kitchen, probably a porch, maybe like sleeping quarters, or the sleeping quarters were over there. And then I wonder where they kept the horse gear, the tack. But what's interesting there is it looks like there's a dugout, so there might have been even a cold spot. So instead of a fridge, you could keep stuff cold by keeping it underground. Interesting. Pretty incredible when you have a place like this to yourself in the morning. I mean, this is spectacular. Just gotta head over there because the river is incrossable and gets too close to these cliffs, so you gotta go over these cliffs, because the river follows the cliffs. Look at that. I don't know, I just come across this. I don't know why people would have been camping here, but it's all a bunch of cans. Wow. Yeah, I'm soaking wet, and I'm almost at the trailhead now because I just crossed that. The only bridge on this whole trail is the one I just crossed. There's one creek crossing that's been bridged, but it is 11 o'clock. I left at 7, and I didn't do a lot of, touristy things. Stopped once for a snack and looked at that cabin. Got lost a few times. Surprising how, even though I've been here 4 days ago, some of the detours are still not obvious. The detour around the avalanche, the guys could have done a better job of clearing a path. But anyways, 4 hours to do 13 kilometers. So all I can say is I'm thankful I didn't try this last night. At 2 o'clock, I thought I could still do it. I wouldn't have had the energy. Bit of a sad moment though. I don't think I'll ever come down this trail again. I got a few other places to go in my lifetime. This is not a favorite, even though I've been here 3 times. I do want to see Castleguard, but I'll get it on the internet and I'll look for friends, somebody who's been to Castleguard, and maybe we'll go over the Saskatchewan Glacier and go to Castleguard that way. How's that? Anybody got any ideas? Text me. Let me know. I'm in for that. Otherwise, this was a hard day. I hear lots of people talk about hardest days of their life. I've had some hard days in my life. This is not the hardest day of my life, not even close. But these are hard days that make you appreciate the comforts we have. I mean, it took me, I'm soaking wet, so I'll feel good when I get home. Anyways, I'm running out of battery. This is Martyupnorth. Hope you enjoyed this video. Get off the beaten path, folks. Thank God. Oh my God, I can't wait to get out of these wet clothes, sit in my car and turn on the heat. Woo! Baby! Oh well, 60K in 4 days of rain. Well, some of my friends are gonna be happy because Marty was miserable, and that's what they love. Woo! Feeling of hitting civilization can be actually pretty nice. Feels good. Look at this. All these people just driving. Most of them never ever get to see the back country. Look at the parking lot here. Nobody here. Oh well. To each his own, I guess. To each his own. Okay. How many times have I warned people about this? This is why I pack a lot of gear. Now I'm done. My trip is finished. Today is July 3rd, but check this out. This is my ride home. I just barely got out and I'm going back on the Highway 93. So I'm going over the Bow Summit. That's Bow Summit right there. And so it is snowing. There is a lot of snow here. Wow. Well, I used to joke that I've seen snow in every month except July. And now I've seen snow in July. Not snow like glacier, but snowfall. Like it's snowing right now. It's July 3rd and it's snowing in Banff.